Okay, so very good morning, students. In previous videos, we have started a new topic, that is impact of jet, and we have covered the introduction part, different cases, and we have covered two derivations. That is, first derivation was the force exerted by the jet on stationary vertical plate. Okay, and we have covered two numerical based on that concept, and the second derivation was the force exerted by the jet on the stationary inclined flat plate. So this was the derivation, and we have covered the two numericals based on same concept. Okay. So in this video we will be starting with a new concept or a new derivation, which is the force exerted by the jet on the stationary curved plate. Okay. So we will be dealing with the curved plate here. So this is also an important derivation for semester purpose. So here for the curved plate you should first know that there are different cases. Okay, so we'll be going to the first case. So first case is jet strikes the curved plate at the center. Means what? In this case, the pipe is just in front of the curved surface, and in similarly in second case, the jet will be striking tangentially to this curved plate. So basically here it is normal, and it will be in second case it will be from tangential, so it will be from downward direction. Okay, so in this case, for the derivation of curved plate, I had assumed one pipe. Okay, to which I have connected one nozzle at the end. Okay, and I have fixed one curved symmetrical plate. This is symmetrical. Okay, symmetrical curved plate just in front of the nozzle. Okay, and this is the V velocity of jet coming out from the nozzle. Okay, and when this jet strikes the curved plate, obviously it will be diverting into two direction. Okay, okay, so one more thing. Okay, so let a jet of water strikes a fixed curved plate as shown in the figure. The jet after striking the plate comes out with the same velocity if the plate is smooth and there is no loss of energy due to impact of the jet. Means we can say that if the water is coming out with a velocity of v from the nozzle, so same velocity will be continuing in upward direction and downward direction. Condition applied that there will be if there is no loss of energy along the surface. Means what? If this is the velocity v which is coming out from the nozzle, then same velocity will be traveling at the when the water will be leaving from the curved plate. Okay, okay, so in this direction. And in next point, so the velocity at the outlet of the plate can be resolved into two components, one in the direction of jet and another perpendicular to the direction of jet. Correct? So obviously we can say that if the velocity, if the outlet velocity or not outlet, we can say that the velocity at which the water is leaving from after striking is v, and which is inclined. So we have to do components. Okay, so it will be at an angle theta. So if this is angle theta, so this component will be v cos theta, correct? And the vertical will be v sin theta, correct? Okay. So our first step will be component of a velocity in the direction of jet. Component of velocity in the direction of jet is equal to minus v cos theta. Means what? Actually, this is the component after striking the after the jet striking the plate. Okay, so means at the point where the water is leaving from the contact, and the minus direction because it is in left side direction. So for this we have assumed the sign direction as if right side plus upward plus left side negative downward negative. Okay, so in this case the v cos theta is going through the left side, so obviously for left side we have given minus direction, it will be minus. And next point is component of a velocity perpendicular to z will be plus v sin theta, correct? So it is going in upward direction, obviously upward direction is plus, so it will be plus v sin theta. Next point is force exerted by this z in the direction of z, means what? Suppose at this point we are giving two arrows in upward direction and horizontal direction. Horizontal are in the direction of z, so this will be fx and this will be fy, correct? So force exerted by the z in the direction of the z means what? Along the x direction, we can write it as is equal to rate of change of, the formula remains same. We have done in the momentum equation that it is the force exerted is equal to rate of change of momentum, correct? And in next step we will be writing as initial momentum minus final momentum divided by time, correct? And after that we will be taking as mass into initial velocity minus mass into final velocity divided by time. Okay, so after that next step will be taking mass as a common from the inside bracket, and it will be mass per second into bracket initial velocity minus final velocity. So up to this point the point remains same, correct? The steps remain the same. So here just some modification that we will be writing as v1x minus v2x. v1x means what? Initial velocity in the direction of z, means what? Initial velocity means when the water is leaving from the nozzle, so it is the initial velocity. Okay, so it will be equals to v, correct? We have written here it v. And v2x means what? Final velocity in the direction of z. Final velocity means what? When the water is leaving from the contact. So if you see that the final velocity is v cos theta, okay, and also it is moving into left hand direction, so we have given it minus. So the final velocity in the direction of x is equal to minus v cos theta. Okay, you should not be confused that the final velocity will be equals to 0. Why? Because we have clearly mentioned that v1x minus v2x. Okay, if we are considering here x, then it would be not the final, because since it is a curved surface, then water will be going in x direction after the water loses contact from the plate, correct? So there will be velocity, okay? So v2x exists, so it will not be 0, correct? So the equation is force exerted in x direction equals to rho into q. Rho into q means what? We have replaced mass per second into rho into q, correct? As we have done in the previous derivations. So mass per second is replaced by rho into q into bracket v1x minus v2x. v1x is v, so it will be v, minus in bracket v2x is minus v cos theta, so it will be minus v cos theta. Okay, so in next part we will be replacing q it as a into v, so it will be rho into a into v in bracket minus it will be plus, so v plus v cos theta, correct? And in next step we will be taking v as a common, so rho into v into v means it will be v square into 1 plus cos theta. So this is the final equation of a force exerted by the jet in the direction of jet, means what? The force exerted by the jet in x direction, correct? So I can here write it as force exerted by the jet in the x direction, correct? In similar purpose we can do for the y direction. So Fy equal to mass per second, means what? Fy equals to same points will be again repeating, it will be equals to rate of change of momentum per second. So next step will be initial momentum minus final momentum divided by time, and again third step will be mass into initial velocity minus mass into final velocity divided by time, correct? And after we will be taking mass as a common from the inside bracket, so it will be mass per second into bracket initial velocity minus final velocity. So the steps remain same. I am just avoiding writing again and again. So if you want to write, you can write. If you want to skip, so you can skip. So Fy equals to mass per second into bracket V1 by minus V2 by. So mass per second, correct? We can replace this as a rho into Q, correct? So next is V1 by. V1 by means what? Initial velocity in the direction of y. If you notice, in this, initial velocity in the direction of y is equals to 0, correct? This velocity is in the direction of x. So this is v1 x, not v1 y. So obviously in y direction there is no velocity, correct? And if we go to the second part, then in this point the velocity, it will be v2y, and in y direction the velocity is v sin theta, correct? So at second point the velocity exists, so this is the v2 sin theta, and here v1y equals to 0 because there is no velocity in the y direction, correct? Here velocity is present because of the components, correct? So it will be rho into q into bracket 0 minus v sin theta, correct? So it will be rho into a q. Q means what? Again it will be area into velocity, correct? So area into velocity in bracket, I have taken this minus sign as outside, so it will be v sin theta, correct? So it will be v into v, it will be v square, so minus rho a v square into sin theta. So this is the final equation of velocity, sorry, this is the final equation of force exerted by the z in the direction of y, means in the perpendicular direction to the z, correct? So I hope you understand this derivation. If you get any doubt regarding this derivation, message me or do comment in the video. I will be trying to solve it more easily. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much.